A very, very good evening to you, Lagos. Good evening, Nigeria. And I want to especially welcome you to the maiden edition of Boiling Point Extra. My name is Gaius Amakoroma, and it's a pleasure to have you join us right here on Wash 94.9 FM. Boiling Point Extra is an extension of the widely acclaimed Boiling Point Arena, a special platform created to respond promptly to pressing national issues that demand timely conversations. It is a forum where respected voices, experienced professionals, and stakeholders come together to examine the challenges confronting our nation while exploring practical and lasting solutions. Every society thrives when its people can live, work, and learn without fear. Sadly, in recent years, attacks on schools and the growing menace of school kidnappings have continued to raise serious concerns among parents, teachers, school owners, and indeed every Nigerian who believes that education remains the foundation of national development. Tonight, we focus on a subject that affects not only our classrooms, but also the future of our nation, Nigeria. Securing the classroom, combating school kidnappings, and safeguarding Nigeria's future. This is not merely, say, another discussion about insecurity. It is an opportunity to ask difficult questions, challenge existing approaches, exchange practical ideas, and identify sustainable solutions that can help restore confidence in our educational system, saying how far we've come. As always, we encourage you to listen attentively, reflect deeply, and join the conversation as we collectively seek answers to one of Nigeria's most urgent national concerns. It is now my honor to invite the promoter of Boiling Point, veteran broadcaster and accomplished media professional, Dr. Ayo Arowojulu, to formally welcome our distinguished guest and set the stage for tonight's important discourse. Dr. Ayo, over to you.
Thank you very much. We can't seem to hear you, sir. Dr. Ayo. Sorry, we can't hear you, sir.
Particular edition. What this means is that we are open to come in once again to the maiden edition of Boiling Point Extra, and it's going to be a great time.
He's not speaking on Zoom.
We are not hearing him.
All right, very quickly, I'll take, maybe you can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
What about me?
Now we can hear you too.
Okay, very well then. I'll do this again. Our first guest is retired Colonel Engineer Lawrence Osheni. Colonel Osheni is a retired officer of the Nigerian Army with decades of distinguished military service. During his career, he served as the Chief Instructor, Signal Wing, Nigerian Army School of Infantry, Jaji, where he played a key role in training military personnel. He also served as Assistant Director, Plans in the Department of Policy and Plans at the Defense Headquarters, Abuja, contributing to strategic security planning at the national level. Since his retirement from active military service in 2014, Colonel Owesheni has remained actively engaged in national security discourse, authoring several well-researched papers on tackling terrorism, banditry, and other emerging security challenges confronting Nigeria. It is indeed a pleasure to have you with us this evening. You're most welcome to Boiling Point Extra, Colonel. Joining us next is Mrs. Rachel Awususi. Mrs. Awususi is a retired Assistant Commandant General of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NCDC, with an outstanding
We're still not hearing you.
Just 1 minute or two.
Hello? Hello? Yes, I can hear that voice saying hello.
committed to promoting policies and initiatives
Hello?
that advance the welfare, security, and prosperity of all Nigerians. Over the years, he has consistently advocated for innovative solutions to national challenges, particularly in the areas of governance, leadership, and citizen engagement. We are delighted to have you join us for this important national conversation. Mr. Yinka Quadri, you're most welcome to Boiling Point Extra. Over to you now, Dr. Ayo.
Thank you very much. Apologies for the very early inches. I hope I am loud and clear now. Sorry, can we get a feedback from you, either through the chat? Okay, you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you now.
Okay.
Yes, sir, loud and clear.
Thank you very much. Well, here is the prologue on the topic tonight. We confront one of the most disturbing challenges facing our nation, the growing insecurity of our schools. Across Nigeria, classrooms that should inspire learning, discovery, and hope have in far too many instances become places of fear and uncertainty. Every attack on a school is not just an assault on innocent children and their teachers. It is an assault on our future. Now, education is the foundation upon which every prosperous nation is built. And when children are afraid to go to school, when parents are uncertain whether their sons and daughters will return home safely, when teachers carry out their noble duties under the shadow of danger, and the entire society pays a heavy price. This is why tonight's conversation, securing the classroom, combating school kidnappings, and safeguarding Nigeria's future, is both timely and imperative. Our objective is not merely to recount painful experiences or dwell on some grim statistics. Rather, we speak practical ideas, informed perspectives, and actionable solutions that can make our schools safe once again. We are privileged to have an accomplished panel of security experts, education stakeholders, and seasoned professionals whose insight promise to enrich this discourse. And we trust that their recommendations will contribute meaningfully to ongoing efforts to protect our children and strengthen confidence in Nigeria's educational system. On behalf of the Boiling Point family, I want to thank our panelists and our broadcast partners and everyone.
There's no more sound though. No sound.
Kindly help us. What is the situation now?
We are hearing you now.
It's better.
Okay,
Yes, we
loud
can
and
hear
clear.
you.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yes.
much. Let me beckon respectfully on Kabiyesi, the Olowo of Owu Kingdom, Oba Professor Saka Matemilola, to put us through in this conversation just before we enter the firing line. Thank you. Okay. Is Kabiyesi there? Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'm yet to cite Kabisi. That's very unusual of him. Very time conscious. Well, okay, let's go straight to the boiling ring. And I do hope our discussants are ready to fire. May I know by a kind of indication who is in the house among our guests? The corner, Mrs. Awosusi.
I am here, Mr. Awosusi, I am here, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. We actually saw him, but he didn't bear your name. What about Yemi Akintunde?
I'm with you.
Very well. Let's start with you, Yemi Akintunde, because you are wearing two caps. You are a discussant on the matter, and you are also representing the promoters. Can you just give us, just in 1 minute, the background to what we are doing today? And we then move. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Arojulu.
I wish we can see your face.
Yes, I'm on.
Can you please put a face to it?
I'm on.
Okay.
We can't see you.
I'm on. My face is here.
Okay, very good.
We can't see your face.
Yes, please
His face
fire
is
out.
there now. Live. It's actually live. His face is there.
My face is here.
I can't find it.
Just click on, please.
Can you see me now? My
We
video
can
is
see his
on.
face. Some of us can see his face. If others are not seeing it.
Yes, I can see his face as
We can
well.
see you now.
Okay, please go on.
It's on glasses. Yes, it's on glasses. And he will put on a white round neck. Yes.
I want to thank the organizers of this wonderful platform, the Boiling Point. As the National Association of Sea Dogs, aka Pirate Confraternity, we have monitored this platform for a while now. We discovered that it's one of those platforms that have actually galvanized the coming together of eggheads in our society, bringing about conversations that bordered on the progress of the country, Nigeria. And that is the reason why, because we, once in a while, having monitored what is going on in the society, and when there is no much conversation about the happenings, what we do is we look for a forum where there could be discussions on issues, especially critical issues that will now propel action. As a body, our objective are very clear. We are an advocacy, humanitarian, and a charitable society. What we do is fighting social ills, promoting social justice, equity, and trying always to see if we can bring people together to judge and channel some recommendations that government or authorities concerned can actually pick from. And after that, we do follow up to use our network to impress it on government, and agencies that are concerned to take action. So the reason is this, why we have chosen this particular platform. Having observed now that something that started with Chibok kidnapping, then went to Dapchi, where children were kidnapped, Ankara, Tangebe, Tegina. These are reports that have been given with by UNICEF. And I told somebody, do we need UNICEF to even tell us about what is going on around us? Recently, it came to very, very close to Lagos. And in a community in Bomosho, children, which is unprecedented, of below age 2, age 3, age 7, they were kidnapped. This kind of insecurity is a particular concern to the National Association of Sea Dogs, because one of our own major objectives is to promote education through advocacy. And without education, there can never be any development in any society. The Pirate Confraternity was created, or let me say established, by scholars when they were in the University of Ibadan in 1952. They are of age 17, 18. The youngest among them was made to lead, and their ambition was to promote activities that will lead to a society that has social justice and equity. Right. And we have been doing this for a very long time, and we are now so much concerned that there is a deliberate effort at destroying the very fundamental.
Sorry, Mr. Akindele, I thought you were going to make it brief. Can you just wrap up your thought? Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted you to know the reason why, we are trying to bring this about.
Maybe we will come back to that. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
We are having Colonel on the phone. I think something is wrong with the network of his area. Colonel, are you on? Good evening. Okay. You are on live on Boiling Point Extra. You are familiar with the topic of the day. I want to ask you the first question. Okay, sorry, just hold on a minute. There is well, are they hearing me on Zoom?
No, we are hearing you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Hear me, please. Just hold your thoughts. We are having a call from Cornell, whose network is a bit shaky. Just give a minute and we'll come back. Colonel Lawrence Owosheni, you're welcome on Boiling Point Extra. Hello, Colonel. Yes. I want to ask, school kidnappings have become one of Nigeria's most disturbing security challenges. How did we get to this point where schools have become attractive targets for criminals? You were a combatant, at least you were a soldier, and you have retired long ago. I don't know how you feel when you see that, like, it's like we don't have the military. It seems that the military is a bit overwhelmed. That's what I mean. What is your thoughts? Have we lost Colonel there? Okay, please go on.
We have lost him. We can't hear him.
Okay. You're on, you're on. Let me be clear with this, Colonel. Hello, Colonel. Yes, you are making a very serious point there. And are you inferring that the military style, the operation that the military is doing in terms of combating banditry is alien to military tradition? Because you retired about, maybe you retired in 2014, that's from 12 years ago. Because I asked this question because even the chief of defense staff was quoted as saying that bandits deserve mercy. They don't deserve to be called criminals. Or if I get it very well, the way he said it. And another security top shot said they are our brothers. I want you to juxtapose that and are we having a strange kind of military that I mean, how do you feel about it? Go on.
We can't hear him.
No.
Hello, we are hearing no one at all, and I think time is running. Can we do something about that?
Is the situation still the same? The audio is not clear.
Very well, it's still the same. It's still the same.
Okay. Sorry. Colonel. Sorry, Colonel. It appears
You are
we
coming
have
with
to
echo. You are coming with echo.
return the call. I am told that via Zoom they have not been hearing you very well. So you will do a recap when we put up the phone to go
Coming with
through again.
echo.
So just give us a few minutes, we will call back. I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay, let's return to Zoom. Sorry, am I loud on Zoom?
Yes,
Sorry,
we
am
can
I
hear
loud
you
on
very
Zoom?
well now.
Okay. Well, you said you didn't hear Cornell. He made very far-reaching input, but let me go to Mommy Mrs. Awosisi.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm
You
hearing
didn't hear
you.
him very well. Yes,
I
the
don't even
Cornell.
know. I cannot hear what he said too.
Okay, what he was saying is that the military of his days is quite different from the kind of military that we have
Nowadays.
now. That he's surprised that the military is the one doing radicalization, which is not their job. And that that job should have been left for other people. What the military should be doing is rather to do rehabilitation for wounded soldiers, people who are killed in the military, to sympathize with their family. But what is happening now is that they have left those people and they are even doing a lot of things, sending them abroad, giving them uniform, and you must have a take to that. That's for you,
That I should say
Mrs.
something about that.
Yes, I mean, because
okay, that I should say
that's waiting. The way the military or Nigeria has been handling, combating the anti-terrorism fight. You are in the Nigeria Civil Securities and Civil Defense,
Nigerian Security
So,
and Civil
I
Defense
mean,
Corps.
you are also part of it. Now you are
Defense.
retired. I'm sure you are. I mean, you are not under any bureaucratic. The fear and the anxiety with Nigerians is that it looks like something is not working. Or would you say the anti-banditry thing is working in Nigeria? Thank you.
Well, yes. Let me answer what you have asked me. You see, when we are talking about the work of a military, police, and paramilitary, I think there is a demarcation. The thing now is that I cannot imagine now when the work of the military is nowhere to be found, and the military are just dancing to the tune of how they are directed. And again, I believe that in those days, when we are talking of military, they are the last resort when things are happening like this to make a backup. But this day, it's another thing entirely, like he has rightly said, like you explained. I believe that when these things are happening like this, there is a position for them. At least like those ones, they have kidnapped for over 40 something days now. I don't think there's anything stopping the army to make a move and without fear. But this day is another thing entirely. So we don't know whether there are some power behind them that is not allowing them to do the right thing at the right time. So is it the police now that we move, or is it the civil defense now that we move? If army, the Air Force, the navies, we are calling the real military men, if they are now staying away, looking as if nothing is happening, looking as if they don't have feelings for all this thing that is happening, or because somebody has not called them to do that, then there is a problem. Like he rightly said, in those days, people rely much on military when it comes to serious situation like this. But it seems as if nothing is happening. Maybe there is something behind it, telling them not to. And they too, they have to wait for the command. Because many times we have witnessed when army will move to the battlefield, and before they got there, some other new army with new uniform will lay ambush for them, and many of them will be killed. So I think what he said is right, sir. Am I okay, or I should
Yes,
come up
please
with
go.
another?
It's been
You
interrupted.
know, when we are talking, yeah, when we are talking about security, at least once we are aware, once we have to be conscious, then the proactiveness is what we are going to do this protection, to do this defense, and to control the situation. And when we want to control the situation, who are the people that is going to go first? Are they able to do it? If they cannot do it, then who are the next person? Then army now will rise up that this is the maximum of this situation which we cannot withstand again. So for the country to sustain, for the country to maintain, for the country to be stable, for the country to have a sleeping night, at least the highest level. And if the highest level are not going, then that means it seems as if the finishing touch to such a nation is at hand. Sorry.
Thank you very much. Just one moment before I leave you to go. Why do many abductors appear to operate with such confidence? Like you lamented, about 40 days, and we still have people around the old Oyo National Park. That's what we are made to believe. Even if it's as large as America. Why do you think that those abductors, as we are saying, some people are just released after spending months in the den of the kidnappers? What in your thinking would you say is really happening? Because it's looking confusing.
When we are talking about kidnapping, they are in two forms. Kidnapping of adults, kidnapping of especially school pupils. Adults, yes, it can be because they want to retaliate, or they want to settle a malice, or they want to collect money, that is, or for cruel killing. But when we are talking of children, it's a problem which government must look into. The reason for this is at times they are doing this to seek government attention. They are doing this to fight the government of the day. And these people are not, they are both external and internal body, because they know what they are looking for. They know that they need to fight the government of the day to suppress him or them, to making sure that they are demanding for something that is very huge. And if government is not ready to give them these demands, they are ready to make sure that they make the government ungovernable. And like these people that are in the bush for the past 45 days now, the ransom they demanded for initially can ruin the whole country for nothing sake. Political and ideology reason is what can cause children being taken away. Then, when you are talking about financial reason, it is little. And some of these people, they are using them to cover themselves up because of what they wanted to do and asking from government. And if government is not coming up with it and anybody want to attack them, they want to use these children to cover themselves. So that if they want to kill them, the children will go for it. Or they will threat the government that they will kill the children. And when they are killing these children, they are killing the future of this country, of any country that it happens. They are killing in fact, I cannot just imagine. So it's a lot of reasons why they can do something like this. But
Okay,
all they
thank
are
you.
doing for the children is to fight the government and subdue the government or suppress them, or to get something that they are looking for from the government. It's enemy.
Thank you very much, man. Let me quickly go over to Yinka Quadri. You are not in the military. Somebody will say you are a bloody civilian, like Commodore Olawumi said last time. Now, Yinka Quadri, we have seen the whole thing the way it is. The colonel, it looks like from the drift of the colonel and that of our retired former Assistant Commandant General of the NSCDC, it looks like our strategy is not working. Maybe as Nigeria. Let me not just put the blames on the military, because the military has even done, they have done some things. It does appear now that we may have to seek help. But let me just leave it to you. You know what to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dr. Arowojolo. I actually wish I knew what to say, but I will say it as I know and I understand it. Let me first ask you, really, are we interested in the solution to this problem, or we just want to have another talk show? Because you see, if we are really interested in the solution, then you will give me the permission to express myself without any constraint, because it is by speaking the truth.
This is boiling point. There is
Okay.
no extent ever.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. God bless you, my brother. You see, the first two speakers, I'm happy they spoke first, and both of them are professionals. Like you said, we are the bloody civilians, but we are strategists. We may not be wearing uniform, but we operate in similar manner, because the foundational essence of the military is strategy. Security is strategy. So, and if there are security problems, the only way to solve it is through a well thought out strategy. Now, we have listened to both the colonel and the ACG, and both of them are sounding bewildered. They are sounding confused. They are wondering how the Nigerian military and security forces can be so helpless in the face of these ruffians. They can't understand why the Nigerian army, that has demonstrated capacity in a lot of ways across the world, even as foreign contingents to all kinds of peacekeeping operations, even in West Africa, United Nations, outside Africa, they have been commended, they have been recognized as being professional. How come they cannot now handle some ragtag barbarians who are holding our people and our country to ransom? Because you see, if we do not understand the problem, we will not be able to solve it. And it is on that note that I will have to give kudos to both yourself, your organization, and the National Association of Sea Dogs, the Pirate Confraternity, because for their concern to the point where they have called for this program to be held. And it is on a platform like this that we can come together to honestly address these problems and then come up with solutions. Now, let me start in a manner of profiling solutions, because by the time we are trying to profile the solutions, then we will know what the problems are. To be honest with you, the problem of insecurity in Nigeria is not kinetic. And what I simply mean by that is that it is not that the military is not capable, it's not that the NSDC, NSDS, the Nigerian
NSDC.
Yeah, it's not that they are not
NSDC, yeah.
NSDC. It's not that they are not capable. Look, look, we Nigerians are capable people in whatever they do. And if they are allowed to do their jobs, they will deliver. So I am telling you categorically here and now that the problem with insecurity in Nigeria is political. And I can recall, Dr. Ojolu, that this was exactly the position of Colonel Commodore Olawumi when you brought General Ishola and the likes on to this same forum so a few weeks ago. But before I go forward, I'm sure people will be wondering, how can you say this is political? And if you give me the permission, I will list out those things that will make you, because if you are going to solve the problem of insecurity in our schools, if we want our children to go to school and be safe, we must understand what we need to do. In any case, the insecurity in the school is also a symptom of the general insecurity in the country. So, unless you understand the foundation of the problem, you cannot solve it. So, if you allow me, I will want to start in the manner of recognizing the problem so that we can provide the solution. I want to start by making 3 statements. The first one, sir, is that the greatest problem of the blacks are the blacks ourselves. Please hold that in your hand. The second statement
is about black. Is this about black or white?
Look, I will.
Okay, please just go. Please go on.
Yeah, I will. I'm coming to because you see, we are our own problems. That is what I'm just trying to say. And that tendency is not just limited to Nigeria alone. It looks to me like it's a black man thing. The second statement is that the lack of strategy is the shortest path to tragedy. You know, when we begin to come up with solutions, the question then is, these solutions, I mean, like Madame said, look, how the problems have been persistent for over 20 years now. No solution. The question is, why are all of the solutions that they are trying, why are they not producing results? Okay. The last statement is that the greatest act of irresponsibility is irresponsibility itself. So that is done. Now, let me itemize the issues that will make you know that this problem is not just about soldier shooting or police shooting. That is the reason that the soldiers have not been properly deployed to do their job. And that is why, like Madame said, there is no presence of the security forces around in the country. I'm happy she's a professional and she just said it now, that look, there is no sign of visible security intervention in this crisis. Look, how can people a group of people, about 40-something, be kidnapped, and there's no visible effort of the security agencies in Nigeria, either the military, the police, or the NSDC, and all of them? Why haven't they bombarded that place? Maybe 50,000 of them to come and comb that village, comb the forest, and rescue these children, even through a firefight if it has to be. When has that happened once since this whole crisis started decades ago? None. So, but let me not just let it not look like I'm basing my arguments on assumptions. Let me give you specific instances to buttress my point. You remember General Danjuma, T.Y. Danjuma, some years ago, when the issue of this insecurity became very rampant. He said something at the graduation ceremony of the Taraba State University, I think, where he mentioned that there is government collusion in the insecurity that's going on in Nigeria. He said it's on video everywhere. If you go online, you will see there that look, the military is colluding. And before the military can collude, then that means that there's a
But
that was during the sorry to interject, really.
Go ahead.
That was during Buhari regime.
Exactly.
Where he pointedly said the armed forces are not neutral. Please go on.
Exactly. Because, you know, that's I'm happy you can buttress.
But what I'm saying is that was a former regime, and we are now in a new regime. Just factor that as you speak.
Is it not the same problem? Yeah, you can factor that in. Yes, I mean, if you want to distinguish between those regimes, you can. But the bottom line is that government is a continuum, and I will not actually. I will give you I will indulge you in identifying the regimes, and I will say that okay, let me concede to you that it was the last regime headed by General Buhari and I can tell you that he actually was a major factor in fueling the crisis of insecurity in Nigeria. And I will let you, and you will see all the points I'm trying to make. Number one, I have made the point that the Nigerian military and other security agencies are not they are not short of capacity. If they are truly serviced and deployed, they will bring down this insecurity in the country within 3 months. I have lots of military friends. I have lots of friends in the security agencies, and they confide in me that, look, the problem that they are facing is not lack of capacity. It's just that the fact that they are even trying to, it looks as if they are even sending them to their death. That is what it looks like, you know. So the issue of capacity is not a problem. What is there is that before they can go and operate, they must be given the permission, they must be deployed. Somebody must give the order, the instruction, go there and do this and do this and do this. Without that, the soldier can't do nothing. So that is one point. Another point is, like I said earlier, it looks to me that there's an attempt to deliberately weaken our security forces in Nigeria. And that is why they keep sending them to their death. Because, like Madam said, they will send some people to go on an operation. Before they get there, information has gone ahead of them. They will be ambushed on the way. Even generals are now being killed by these miscreants. Generals in the army. A serving general, not retired. The serving general, they are being killed now by these miscreants. So what are we talking about? And not only that, if you look at the Nigerian notes, I don't know if you have ever taken notice of it. Look at all Nigerian notes, sir. You will discover that there's a strange marking on those notes. Something is written there in a strange language that is not indigenous to Nigeria. I think it's Arabic. It looks like Arabic. I think it should be Arabic or something.
The internet is not stable.
My internet is not stable. Can you hear me now?
We lost you already. Okay, you are loud and clear.
So I'm saying that I just said that if you look at the currencies of Nigeria, all the notes, all the Naira notes, if you look well on them, you see that there is a strange language that is written on them. And it looks like Arabic to me. Maybe it is, maybe it is not. But that language is not a Nigerian indigenous language. Why do we have that language on Nigerian notes? I want people to take note of this because I am going somewhere. Now, another one is if you look at the military, the insignia on the logo, if you look at the insignia of the Nigerian army, also, you will discover that the same foreign language that is used on the Nigerian currency is also used on Nigerian insignia. On the logo of the Nigerian army. Underneath it, you will see some strange writing there. Why do we have that? The question then is that writing representing an interest that is alien to Nigeria? We need to ask ourselves those questions. Why should we use a foreign language that doesn't belong to Nigeria or that we don't even understand, we don't know, to write to write comment on the logo of the Nigerian army? Then leave that again and then look at the issue of leadership in Nigeria, particularly in the north, and particularly where it has to do with these particular people that we are talking about. Because I'm going to mention names, don't worry. And of all these crises, Fulani in Yoruba land, Fulani in Southeast, Fulani in Middle Belt, Fulani in Northwest, Fulani in North, everywhere. Why has the Fulani leaders in Nigeria not come up in arms and say, look, enough of this nonsense. Enough of this nonsense. Why are these people going about kill? And when people say, oh, Fulanis are doing this, these same people who
I was just going to be sure you are not doing profiling there.
I'm not doing what?
I wanted to be sure you are not doing profiling because, you know, when we also talk about kidnapping, there are Yorubas also involved in the trade. Maybe it would have been better to, you know, just, but please go on. Please go on.
You say what?
Please go on. I want to make sure that
there is no
profiling.
There is no profiling here because it is, yes, you can say Yorubas are doing the same thing, but at what scale? Go to the middle. You know, you are my friend. There was a time I traveled to the middle in 2018. I led a team of about 10 people from Lagos to the north on fact-finding tour. I don't know if you are aware of that, my trip. I was in that area for over 2 months. And I saw things for myself. The entire Benue, Taraba, Plateau, Kaduna, everywhere. Is it Yoruba that are doing the killings there, that are sacking villages? It is the same. Look, and that is why I said, look, are we ready to speak the truth to ourselves? Are we ready to solve this problem?
Maybe you wrap up your thoughts. You have a minute more, then we'll come back to you.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure I can round up this thought in 1 minute, but if I have to, maybe I'll just say, well, there are some powerful people behind the insecurity in Nigeria. And either we like it or not, an ethnic group has been identified largely to be responsible. And that ethnic group has a history, well documented, well evident that that is the nature of their character. That is what they do. Because if you go to the northwest, if you go to the northwest and you ask the Hausa people what they are going through, they will confirm to you that it is exactly what is happening now all around Nigeria that has happened to them way back over almost 200 years ago, and therefore it won't be too far-fetched to assume that it is the same agenda that they are trying to visit on the same agenda that is being visited on the Hausas, that is about to be visited on the whole of Nigeria. And unless we recognize that and quickly rise up to do what is needful, we don't have to fight to even solve the problem. All we need to do is speak the truth to ourselves, to one another. I don't know why we are afraid to speak the truth to one another. We must be able to do that, and that's the only time we can solve the problem.
When we get back to you, because of consideration for timing, sure, you made very profound contributions there. That is not trying to belittle you. I'm just saying how do I manage the little time to remaining. Okay. We surely come back to you. That was spot on. Let me quickly go to Yemi Akintunde. Well, you have seen the issue, the way it is, and the way it's going. I don't know. Ṣé ká wá wọgbó lọ báyìí ni? Àwọn ọmọ wa wà nínú igbó. The teachers, the principal, they are there. There were moves during the week. I mean, last week, of private concerns, the Igboho connection and all of them. If we say the military has not been able to, achieve results, ṣé ká wọgbó lọ ni? I mean, what do we do? Let me come back to you. Good.
Thank you. And I want to thank the last speaker for being frank. The Pirate Confraternity, National Association of Sea Dogs. The second on our 4 compass points is against tribalism. And in this organization, what we do to ensure that we don't derail into tribalism is never to use our names. So once you come to the Pirate Confraternity, you change your name. You give yourself a name that will not dictate where you are coming from. But you see, when people talk about ethnicity, tribalism, bigotry, and when it comes to war issues, can I ask a question? Okay, when they're talking about Israel-Iran war, is it profiling to say it is Israel that is attacking Iran or Iran that is attacking Israel? When it comes to
Russia,
Ukraine,
Russia,
Russia, is it profiling that we say that it's Russia that is attacking?
God bless you, sir.
Okay, when we said
China and
even
Taiwan. China and Taiwan.
this was okay. Now, when you look at history, and you see the conquest of the Hausa land, who conquered Hausa land and now formed Fulani, Hausa Fulani hegemony? Who did that? Should it not be identified that this is what is happening? Who are the people that are attacking? How did the issue of religious war start in this country? Okay, at a particular point in time, something started in the name of instituting Sharia in some parts of the country, and thereafter, uh, it got to Borno, and at Borno is one of those communities that were never conquered by the Fulani, the so-called jihad, because they call it jihad. I'm talking to you, I'm a Muslim. I never accept that it was a jihad, because if it was a jihad, it would have been a persuasion to bring people into your religion. But it was politically motivated to dominate and conquer territories. It came down to Yoruba land, Oyo, and Ilori was taken away, and Afoja, who was the warrior of the Yoruba people, was killed. And today, Ilori, a Yoruba community, belongs to an ethnic group that is alien to Nigeria in the name of a religion. It was the name of a religion. And that is why we in NAS, we are always very careful when people are talking about profiling, because profiling is now being used even against identifying the cause of this insecurity that we have in the country today. In Oyo State now, religious leaders have been divided into those who believe that it is not a Fulani, it is not an Islamic war, but the Yoruba people will say, "Ojo gate kojo gate, o fẹsẹ̀ méjèèjì tiro." Now, you see, our own observation is that people are using subterfuge. They are using red herring to pretend that, oh, what is going on is not this, it is that. It is not this, it is that. To the extent that at a point in time, Christians in Nigeria, they said, oh, they were the focus of the attack. Muslims said they were the focus of the attack. They started giving figures, and we could see that actually there is, when you are talking about the generality, in the totality, if you see the figures, you will see that more Muslims have probably been killed in this insecurity that started from Boko Haram. But it came to bearing at a point in time that people started observing that, okay, what do they do? What can we see physically? What can we physically see? If you separate those occurrences of killings, you will see that in Borno, in Jos, in Zamfara, and in Ilorin, now the latest Oyo State, you will see that the possible motivations are different. If you see what is happening in Benue State, the Benue State thing, they always talk about herders, farmers and herders. In Jos, we have farmers and herders, but we have a larger percentage of Christians in Benue and in Borno, in Plateau State, in Plateau State. No, and you will see the large number of people killed, and the reports, indicates that immediately these killings are done, there's a particular movement of miners, of foreigners who move into those areas and occupy, and they station these well-armed, whether they are jihadists or whether they are terrorists or bandits. You see them doing the cover-up. Where they are now in Oyo State, it has been discovered that mining has been going on there for a very long time. Where they are in Mangu, mining has been going on there for a very long time. Where they are occupying now in Ilorin, mining has been going on there for a very long time. Same thing in Zamfara. Mining of gold, lithium, columbite, etc., etc. The resources of this country that has never been accounted for, that has never come to the planning of budgets in the country, apart from oil that is residual in the southern part of Nigeria. So me, as a sea dog, my observation is that they are bringing attrition, they are bringing confusion into the war, and of occupation, the war of occupation and economy. And who is arming them? They are foreigners. Foreigners are using religion, they are using ethnicity to dominate, to colonize Nigeria. That is my observation for now.
God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Give us the floor to watch 94% from the number one podcast radio. And that is Boiling Point Extra. Very quickly, I'd like to get to you, Mrs. Bristol.
We can't hear you.
How is it now? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, very quickly, I'd like to get to you, Mrs. Rachel. I mean, I saw a video. I just believe and hope that that was an AI makeup where Donald Trump was talking about how America has been successful in wiping out these bandits that have been ravaging the northern part of the country, and of course in other parts. But I'd like to hear from you, concerning some of the points that have been raised by the other speakers. There's this talk about that there are very powerful people behind the scene perpetrating this evil. Recently, I was having a conversation with a Togolese who is in Italy, and he tells me that he heard that Nigerians are killing each other. And I needed to really understand what he was saying. So I would defend, trying to tell him what the actual situation is. And then he goes ahead to say that if you have people in the system who are encouraging this evil going on in Nigeria, then it means that you're killing each other. But the way the pictures have been painted tonight on this discussion, it seems like these people are so powerful. And if they are this powerful, does it mean that there is no way out? That is because the problem is within. Somebody mentioned that it is political. And if this is so, to me, it appears as though there's never going to be a solution. That is one part of it. Just 2 days ago, or thereabout, Femi Falana was, making a comment about the state police that have been passed recently. He said, this may not solve the insecurity in Nigeria. And you and I know that this is something that Nigerians have been clamoring for, they've been waiting for. Now it's here. And now he goes ahead to tell you that it may not be the solution to solve all of the problems. Mrs. Rachel, please, I'd like to get your thoughts on all of these.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Before I will go to, will there be any solution or not? It's only because the government, the people of Nigeria, we don't know the effect of the deep effect of this kidnapping of a thing. And before I go to the effect of this kidnapping, I want us to know that if government could do something again, that this thing could be stopped if when you value certificates more than the skillful persons, the genuines, it may have problem and no employment. And because there is no employment, all those ones that have certificates, they are already joining this group of people, these bandits. They are now joining it better than for them to even have certificates and go and take job. And if this thing is happening, there is situation in this country that we may not be able to handle at a point.
Hello?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, please go ahead.
We can hear you.
If this problem of not recognizing certificates to get job, if it is not done, many master degree, PhD degree, that they cannot settle themselves on a job, on employment, and rather they are seeing people that they are using. They are joining these bandits, and as they are joining it, the solution, even the children in primary schools, the children in secondary schools, they better have Yahoo or join the bandits than to. So if this thing continues, there may be no solution. And because in this country, we don't know, we are not talking about the effects of this kidnapping of a thing, which is causing loss of life. Finances, our financial resources are going down for it. The economy is going down for it. There's fears is killing people that are not even kidnapped, and dropout in schools is rampant. This early marriage, all these kind of things are causing problem. And if these things are not touched, there may be really problem of solving this problem. Trauma on the victims when they come back, seeing all those things they have done for them, for now going to 2 months, the things that they are doing in their presence, when they come back home, it will be a problem to this country to solve any of this problem we are talking about.
Okay.
You see, many people are relocating from one place to another, and those people that their families were kidnapped, that they have been left to trauma. There is no way they can love, and they will not go into this cruelty way of handling people. So for preventions to this thing, I think there is a problem. The policy of government, they need to change their policy one, like we have been saying since that.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, Mrs. Awususi. Very, very
Yes.
sorry.
Yes.
There is a call that we have been waiting for. Maybe can you
I'm
just
not-
respectfully just
It
hold that
seems
thought?
I'm not
I will
hearing.
get
No,
back
the thing is very clumsy somehow. The
Okay,
voice
just
is
hold
not
your thought.
coming out.
Hold your thought for a while. Hold your thought. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Is the Colonel okay? Colonel, we have you now.
Okay.
Colonel, please bring up your voice. Yes, you made some comments the other time that were not recorded because it did not, can you just wrap up the thought? The fact that you said the military is not approaching the war against terrorism in the right way. You even said that you are surprised that the military is doing de-radicalization, which is not their job. Can I just bring it up again and try and summarize all you have to say? Thank you.
Again, sir, we can't hear anything over here. Okay?
We are not hearing. We are not hearing. We are not hearing. We are not hearing.
We still cannot hear
Okay,
the Colonel.
you are not hearing?
We can't hear the
We are
Colonel.
not hearing now.
Yeah, okay.
We are not hearing.
Okay. We cannot divide this thing into two. Okay, sorry, please give me. Why are you doing like this? It's my voice. Hello. From the way it is going, we just cannot continue with the colonel. I will take the paper from him. We apologize for the hitches today. Am I loud and clear?
Yes,
we can
we heard you
hear
now.
you.
Okay,
We heard you.
let me allow Mrs. Awosusi to complete that thought. Then we go back to Yinka Quadri. Then we begin to, before we get to for floor interactions, let's be mindful of time. The time is really racing. Can we have maybe like 1 minute for mommy to just wrap up the thoughts? Thank you, man.
On the prevention, Sabi.
Yes, just take your time.
Okay. Like I said, for us to win this battle, government has to be involved and with a very strong policy. And again, at least the justice, we should have a good way of attending to any arrested one and how we can push this to attending to these people in the bush, making sure that they are back home. No matter what the policy is, let this one be done and see what we can do later. And again, I want us to know that the future of this country depends on our classroom pupils. And if this one is not done, if we are exposing them to this fear and to this insecurity, it may go a long way, a long way. So what government is supposed to do now is to making sure that the law enforcement agency are empowered, are commanded to go. And once they do that, there should be no compromise. If there's any compromise and wasting the life of all these uniformed persons, it may weaken their, like somebody said, these people have been performing very well, even winning war for other countries. Why this just is not a war now? Why not be able to win this battle we are talking about? So we need to making sure that this country is securing the future of this country by not allowing these puppies, the kidnappings to happen again, even no kidnapping at all, because it's a threat to everybody's life. And these children in the bush, if they come back home, how do we want to maintain them? So the human rights, what is their position? What is the position of the human rights that we cannot see their effects on these things that are happening when people are being killed, mishandled, even sexually abused, denied of freedom? Yet, when the criminals are arrested, they engage them back to the society and even in the military environment. Are they going to work for the peace of the country, or they are going to complete the work they arrested them for and they release them back to that military to go and fight? So it is a problem that we need to attend to. And God, I know that God will bless us. We need peace. We need peace in this country, and government should be highly involved. If government is highly involved and do the necessary things. Yes.
Can we have your word? These people who are currently in the bush, by the grace of God, they will be out.
Yes.
I want to hear that word from you.
They will be
they will be released soon or rescued, or which one?
Yes, that is what I'm saying, that they will be released, they will be rescued. but government must play
Amen.
their own part. It's because government is
Amen.
not playing their part. They are not commanding. They are not releasing power to the people that are supposed to, the army that are supposed to put in this their effort. It seems they are not releasing power to them. Let government do something. They should not politicize these children. It's affecting
Okay.
it. Will affect the future of this nation.
Thank you very much. We are really rolling on because the time is not on our side. By the way,
Yes.
I need to announce that somebody is standing in for Kabiyesi, the Olowo of Owu, and in the person of
If they deployed enough technology, within a
we
week,
we got
everything will
that.
be subdued.
Thank you. Amen.
Thank you.
Commodore retired Kunle Olawumi will be holding brief for the Kabiyesi. At the right time, we will call him to close the session, but we need to go for floor interaction, but not
Okay.
without taking the drift of my friend Yinka Quadri. Can you make it fast, please? Thank you.
Well, I'll try to make it as fast as possible. Having identified the problem, I'm happy with what Mr. Yemi Akintunde said. I mean, along the side that look, we must call a spade, either you like it or not. You know, stigmatizing or trying to shut us up from saying what we need to say is part of the problem, and
Yes.
with time, our people will resist it. So, in solving the problem, you know, we must recognize that the government has a role to play. There are military intelligence reports that have confirmed that some of the people in government are actually sponsoring these criminals.
Yes.
You know, so who are they? Government has to do something about it. Even if America is going to come and help Nigeria, if America killed the foot soldiers, what about the sponsors who can come together again to raise other kinds of bandits to come and be terrorizing Nigeria? And with regards to what Mr. Yemi Akintunde said, there are two battles that Nigerians are going to fight. One is against these ones that want to take over our land, and the other one is against those who want to take over our resources. They work together, and we must recognize that. Don't forget, during the Buhari regime, the Buhari regime came out to tell us that if people want your land, give them the land. Don't die because of land. I don't know if you can remember, sir, Dr. Arun. In fact, it was mentioned. That statement was made by Mr. Femi Adesina, who was then the spokesperson for the president. He came out. It was on here, I think, on Channel's interview. That look, if just for the purpose of land, for the sake of land, they want to come and take your land, give them the land. You leave it so that they won't kill you. I mean, so how else do we want to convince ourselves that there is a complicity? You know, so government has to rise up and do the needful, purge itself of conspirators and sponsors, and then rise up to the challenge and empower our military and security forces. Let them do their job. And like Madam said, in a month, if you give Nigeria's military the empowerment, in a month they will fix this problem. The second advice for me is that Nigerian leaders, traditional rulers in Nigeria, across board, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, all kind of leaders, they need to come together and say, look, enough is enough. If the government is not doing enough, they also have a responsibility as leaders of their community and people to make sure that something is done. Then, and they need to begin to come out and speak heavily against this tragedy that is happening, that is overwhelming Nigeria. Then the generality of the Nigerian people, we are too docile, we are too irresponsible. Because if for 2 months the government is not doing anything about those children that have been kidnapped, what are we doing as a people? Are we just going to continue to wait for a government that is not seemingly willing? Though I can commend the current government is trying in a way that, okay, If you look at the state police now, is one thing that they are doing, which is commendable, but they must give that process its teeth, the desired teeth, so that it can bite. Not just state police by mouth. The state police must be well equipped to do the job that's been created to do. So the Nigerian school have a responsibility. Then parents, you also have a responsibility when you are sending your children to school. Now, it never used to be that before, but you people need to come together and determine how you want to tackle this issue. And my last advice is to every Nigerian individually. Wherever you are, who are you? How are you contributing to the future and greatness of Nigeria? How ready are you to add your own value to rescuing Nigeria from this looming catastrophe? Nigerian people are going to resist, either we like it or not, if this indignity continues. And when they resist, it will be calamitous. It will be the consequences will be even difficult for the whole world to handle. 250 million people in complete chaos. It's going to be unbelievable and unmanageable.
Okay.
So please, those are my brief suggestions.
Okay. Thank you very much. It's just the time factor. Let's quickly go for floor interactions. You have a viewpoint. Please indicate with a raise of hand. And please, can we have the studio number to call, or it will not... 0906 0992609 Take the numbers again. 0906 whichever comes first with it. Okay, if we have hands raised up, let's go for it straight. We do not have plenty time in our hands. I can see from my system here. Are there hands raised up?
Yes, there is one. Is it Bisola or Lusoya?
Okay, quickly, just unmute that person. Technical, can we have the person whose hand is raised up?
Bisola or Tusoya?
Okay. Well, if we do not have that one, the phone lines are buzzing, but I don't know what is happening here. Let me invite, do we have Commodore retired now, Kunle Olawumi? If we
Good
have time,
evening,
we
sir.
can still come back to that. Oh, okay. Please, very quickly.
All right, sir. Thank you so very much for this platform. I really appreciate whenever there is a progressive platform where we are talking about the way forward and providing solutions. It's not.
We lost her there.
Then there's
Hello?
E.
I want to. I don't know if you can still hear me, sir.
Can we?
We can hear you.
Yes, can you briefly introduce yourself and go on?
Okay, my name is Fatima Otunsonya. I'm a broadcast journalist.
Mr. Otunsonya, can you speak up?
Yeah, all right, sir. So I want to start by applauding everyone that has spoken, the honorable speakers from the Colonel to Madam ACG to Mr. Olayinka Quadri and Mr. Yemi Akintude. They've all spoken well, and I really respect the fact that they were so candid about this. But I want to strongly align with the thought of Mr. Yemi Akintude, because I really love the objectivity in his submission. He tried his best to do justice, trying to profile people and all of that, whether it is for religion or ethnicity. He tried to explain from all corridors of thought, which is why I really align with all of his ideologies. I like the fact that he pointed out that the war ongoing between US, Ukraine. Thank God there is now a ceasefire. I like the fact that people were not really talking about how they were not profiling it to religion or ethnicity. It was just Ukraine, US and Iran. So it was just the power of ammunition thought. Who could beat who? That's just who it is. So on the issue of insecurity in Nigeria, I believe that Nigerian government does not have the real and the right political will to solve it. If there is enough political will from the federal government, kudos to them, big kudos to them. These soldiers, our Nigerian soldiers, they went to salvage the situation in Benin Republic not too long. They salvaged the situation that almost took over Talon's presidency. Sure that they apprehended everyone that was involved in the coup that almost took over Talon's presidency. If they could do that, if they could salvage the situation in short time, definitely they could do more in Nigeria. And I do not believe that our soldiers are helpless. I strongly believe that they can do it. They can fight the terrorists, the kidnappers. But the problem is that there is no enough political will from our federal government. If there is enough political will, we have the ammunition, we have strategy at which you can use to fight these people. Don't forget that in November 2025, the governor of Kebbi State said something as regards the abduction that happened there. The governor said that there was an intelligence report that there were going to be an attack on a particular school at Papiri, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was in okay. Yes, there was going to be an attack on that school, and they received an intelligence report. Then they deployed soldiers and security operatives to go and safeguard the children in the school. Not too long, there was a call from up above ordering these soldiers and security operatives to vacate that premises just before the attack occurred. Who gave the order? That was the question the governor had. And no response has been given to it till now. And so many other cases in Nigeria. We should not forget that this so-called ethnic, this Fulani of a thing, some of them are victims of this problem too. Have you forgotten that there's something like cattle rustling, where they will kill the real Fulanis that are rearing cows, and they will hijack their cows and use it to perpetuate evil crimes? We should not forget that there are some of them that are also innocent. So if we are trying to give a submission, we should try as much as possible, be very careful in our submission so that it doesn't cause another thing, because Nigeria is already sitting on a keg of gunpowder. If there is enough political will from our federal government, we are going to resolve this in no time. And I also want to end this by saying kudos to our military officers, kudos to them and all our security operatives. There are a lot of them that their lives have been lost in our fight against insecurity. May their soul continue to rest in peace.
Thank you very much. Okay, will they hear in the, okay. Hello. Hello, who is on the line? Yes. You have the floor. I hope they are hearing via Zoom. Thank you. Just quickly.
We can't hear him much. It's not sounding loud and clear.
Let's make it louder. Give it a high volume. Be more audible. Thank you. Okay, please.
I hear him.
Okay.
Dr. Arodolu will summarize for us.
He's wrapping up his stuff. Sorry, Dr. Olonade. Thank you very much, Dr. Olonode. In fact, we would have loved your call to continue, but it's like the program is being split into two, which is not really ideal for us. You made profound this thing there. Let me quickly read this before I'm sure there are no more hands there. Let me read this one. Oh, okay. Can you be quick?
Good evening, sir.
Yes,
my name
on.
is Shegun Enikwome.
Okay.
I'd like to appreciate Boiling Point for this wonderful work you are doing. All protocols duly observed.
Sorry, Shegun is calling from where?
I'm calling from the United States.
Okay, please go on. Make it brief.
Yes, I have worries in all of this. And the worries is premised from what a lady just mentioned, a lady journalist just spoke a few minutes ago. And the worry is about the willpower to do all of this. I believe many people have preferred solutions, but where is the willpower to do this? The other day, I was watching a clip by one Mr. Forbes, and he compared two countries and two personalities. One, the US Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, who said that if anyone shoots at a US army or a US warship or a troop, a US troop, that they don't have options than to shoot back and fire back. And the same video, a certain General Lufemi, who is supposed to be I think the chief of defense staff in Nigeria, was advocating that Boko Haram guys, repented Boko Haram guys, should be absorbed back to the community. And the other day, they were even advocating that they should be reintroduced back to join force with the Nigerian army to go to try to combat Boko Haram and these ragtags. If the chief of defense staff could say that, I want to believe that he didn't just say it because he wanted to say it. He must have said that by reason of probably the chief of the chief security officer of the nation. He must have been speaking his mind. Otherwise, there's no way a general who was supposed to be the one heading the armed forces of a nation will say that, and nothing will happen. And the chief security
Thank you
officer
very
will not
much,
do anything.
Shegun Lawrence Nikume.
So
That's a very good one. Just for consideration of time, I think we should just leave it at that.
Okay.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We are coming gradually home. We will be talking to, allowing the representative of Olu to wrap it up. But there is a message from Dr. Shegun Ayedo Isaiah from Abeokuta. These incessant killings, abductions, and kidnappings are worrisome. Are we not deceiving ourselves? My questions are, why can't the security agencies track the lines of communication of the abductors to get them arrested? What is the usefulness of the NIN? Is it right for our politicians to be focusing on the incoming 2027 general elections instead of the insecurity issues we are witnessing, especially the kidnapping of teachers? All animals are equal, but some are more equal than the others. We now also have one from Barui, Femi Shodunke, all the way from Canada. I'm trying to look, okay. He said, we had some times ago that retired generals negotiated and raised ransom to free their kidnapped fellow general by bandits. Sadly, General Rabe died in kidnappers' den. Therefore, are they really generals or pepper soup generals? Oh, you said that, not me. Apology to the late police spokesman, Alusi Ogubuaja. You remember that. What's so political in this kidnapping that the federal government cannot use the machinery of government to crush them? Does it mean President Bola Tinubu is playing politics with the precious life of Nigeria? Well, I think he's doing his best. Can we suggest that it's time for the government to summon religious and traditional rulers picked from various ethnic groups in Nigeria to meet to suggest how to tame this kidnapping in the country? I hope you are not advocating for something like a voodoo. Let's go straight to retired Commodore Kunle Olawumi. I just hope you will not call me bloody civilian today. Commodore, good morning,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you very much.
That is it.
Good evening. But you're a blooded civilian anyway.
It's supposed to be good morning to everybody. And we don't have ladies, so we're all men. My job is very simple this evening. I'm actually speaking on behalf of our Kabiyesi, Layeluwa Diolowu of Owu Kingdom, Oba Professor Saka Matemilola. So anything I say now, I'm speaking as him. But before I go on, I must thank profoundly the convener of this program. It's not easy to do this. I've seen the technical hitches here and there. I just want to apologize to our listeners that we're going to do better next time. Secondly, I must actually thank all the participants tonight. I can see a lot of emotion, and the way they actually tackle the topic, which is securing the classroom, combating school kidnapping, and safeguarding Nigerian future. This topic is very momentous, and it's coming at the right time. And I've listened to everybody. Colonel Owoseni is my brother. We've been together at the National Defense College. And I'm very happy that he's also here. Also, I want to mention Rachel Awonusi and Yemi Akintade, and my friend, Kadri. We had some conversation earlier today on this issue. I think because of our time, I'm going to talk about our radio partners later because without them, we can't be here. But let's look at the big picture of today's topic. I really enjoyed some of the contribution. I don't want to mention specific name because my job is just to summarize. People that look at the issue pointedly and call it as it is. This issue has been long time coming, and that's what I want our audience and participants to understand. The idea of the Fulanis trying to conquer the entire territory of Nigeria is known. It's not a secret. It's an open source that they are determined to conquer our territory since the youth Madam Fodio. And while the Southwest and the Southeast were sleeping, the Fulanis have been infiltrating all the entire gamut of administration of this country, from the military to the police, to DSS, to immigration. They are everywhere. Even if you go to our broadcasting corporations, the DGs and the important people are usually Fulanis. So this has been long time coming. So it's going to be difficult for us to just look at this topic and try to do justice to it. But I really thank our participants for making a lot of effort. For me, the lacuna here remained the issue of governance. Being in the military, conversationally with testified that we were together in NDC in 2010. And this is not the same military that we used to have. I was in Liberia surreptitiously before we invaded Liberia, and provided information for the battle head of, the activities that went on in Sierra Leone and so on. So if we could do that in Congo and several other places, we can do it here. Our soldiers, nobody should call them pepper soup soldiers. It's just that the military obey orders. They are the most disciplined in the entire gamut of the population of this country. If you ask them to sit, they will sit. That's the truth. If you ask them to kill, they kill. If you ask them to enter your forest today, they will enter and flush out those people. So please, we have to respect our military officers, not because I was one before. It's just for us to have the understanding that they are soldiers and they just obey orders. The area that Yemi Kadri mentioned is very germane, and I think I respect his view. And also, my brother that is from the fraternity is very apt, and the lady that also contributes, we really thank you very much. I'm not going to say much because I'm just supposed to talk for the KBAC. Maybe a day will come that we have time together to really look at why this is
I
happening.
hope so. Commodore, I hope so.
I will
I
try.
hope so
I will
this
try.
time.
So I think on behalf of the convener, my brother Arojolu has been troubling me to appear here. I promise you I will come one of these days so that we tell our audience that the government is involved in what is going on. They have been compromised. For you to win an election in this country, you have to sign certain documents. You have to agree to certain things. So the foreign partners also, the hostile intelligence services are involved. And we're just looking at the small pictures, the skirmishes, the tactical situation and scenarios. That's what we are seeing. But the big picture is that the foreign governments are involved in what is going on. And our government today has been compromised to look the other way and allow our people to be killed. So my advice to our followers and the people that are listening is that we have to take our life back. Don't depend on this government. They're not going to rescue you. So try to defend yourself, and let us pray that God Almighty will rescue us from some of these blood-sucking demons that are in governance. I want to thank you for showing up, and please keep on showing up. Boiling Point is going to continue to be better, and this is where you can get it raw. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you. Thank you very much, retired Commodore Kunle Olawumi. We have to take back our life. I will put that one on the map. Don't let Nigeria happen to you. Well, the last thing we will be saying is that Boiling Point Arena comes up in 2 weeks' time, and that is July 12th. What are we bringing on the front burner? Journalism is not public relations. Why many journalists are misfits for reputation managers role? A lot of people have confused the fact that, okay, once you are a journalist, you will be a good chief press secretary, you'll be a good media advisor to governor, to president, but we are going to look at it. Journalism is not public relations. Why many journalists are misfits for reputation managers role?
It's a different professional body and expertise.
Yeah. You can be a fantastic journalist, but you will be a misfit when you don't do something, and we are going to have four key discussants. Some we have not concluded, some have concluded. We're going to have Professor Jerry Ghana, who was former information minister. We're going to have Mr. Martins Oloja, that one is confirmed, former managing director, editor-in-chief of the Guardian newspapers. We're going to have a former corporate affairs manager, Wema Bank PLC, Dr. Eddie Ademosu. And finally, we will have the national president, Nigeria Institute of Public Relations, Dr. Ike Neliaku. Well, join us on July 12th, 2025. This is the business we have. The business is to, to galvanize views, ideas, to do cross fertilization of ideas about how to make this country great. On Boiling Point, we are not political. What we do is to deepen governance and interrogate issues and do it very well. And as I earlier said in the beginning of the program, this program is called Boiling Point Extra. You will notice that it's a bit sharply different from the Boiling Point Arena. The Boiling Point Arena comes up regularly every month. That is every second Sunday in any month by 8 p.m. Don't go anywhere. You are here with us. And for Boiling Point Extra that is debuting today, what we do is that we open it to sponsorship. We open it to, members of the public and corporate organizations who say, well, they like our platform, they like our media, they like our team of experts and policy makers. Just contact us, and this one can come based on demand. It doesn't have to be 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month. That is the difference. Please, you need to, technical, please put the number of the promoter on the chat box and you can copy it. Let's do more. We will not rest on our oars until Nigeria becomes great. We don't have any other country other than Nigeria. On this note, I want to thank our discussants. I thank in particular the sponsor of the program today, the National Association of Sea Dogs, that have been done through Yemi Akintunde, a veteran himself. Yemi, I cannot thank you so much. Thank you. I want to thank my brother there, Yinka Quadri. Thank you so much. I notice your passion about Nigeria, and I believe that in our days, we will see the good of this land. Thank you so much. Our mommy, the Assistant Commandant General, you have been a mommy for all times. I hope if we call you again, you will not say no. Mommy, thank you so much.
The good thing there is that the platform
you,
does not take so much money, for the sponsorship. Please, I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. The colonel, very unfortunately.
Thank you for recognizing us.
Thank you. God bless you too. The colonel, I think Nigeria happened to his phone connection, to his internet, but we can do it better again. And for all of you who are always here, come rain, come shine. Thank you. Thank you so much. And for my partner here, unfortunately, you didn't get to hear.
Nice.
You didn't get to hear him. So chaos, chaos. Please, this is the size of our package. Help me to round up in the best way you can. Thank you. Lagos. Ashew, thank you so much.